Hey guys, Joseph Williams at Jaws Fitness. Right now, in the comments, we're doing a vote. Do I keep it white or do I paint it black? Go. Hey, what's up guys? Joseph Williams at Jaws Fitness. Thanks for visiting the channel. Go ahead and subscribe and let's get fit together. So obviously, as you saw, I have a leg press and it's in my dining room. A lot of people on Instagram and Snapchat are just kind of like, what the heck are you doing? Why do you have a leg press in your dining room? And honestly, I ask myself the same question on occasion, especially when I walk by and I accidentally hit this stupid thing. But what I'm going to talk about right now is how much I actually paid for this and all the stuff that came with it, and how you can find good deals on Craigslist as well. So basically, I found this leg press on Craigslist, and I'm just going to give you a full rundown with everything that it came with. This guy, he was selling this as a lot. I tried to get him to piece it out just because I didn't want everything that he was selling, and frankly, it was a 3-hour drive to go get all this stuff, and I had to make the trip twice in a minivan just to make sure I got it all. So that kind of sucked, and it cost almost $100 in gas, so I am factoring that into my total price. Yeah, here's everything that it came with. The leg press, obviously, a cable crossover machine, you know, like the big machines, a lat pull down that mounts to the wall, various cable attachments, an adjustable bench, a stationary bench, you know, kind of like the pre-made benches, a 5-foot Olympic style bar, a curl bar, a tricep bar, plates, and there's actually 490 pounds worth of plates. There was 470 pounds worth of dumbbells and the dumbbell rack. So just to give you guys a quick little overview of the leg press itself, it's a little used. I think it might be 20-30 years old. He said that he'd had it for a while. It actually has a few little post holders. I just threw some change plates there on the bottom. When I was transporting it, I accidentally punctured the seat, and I'm actually really sad about that. I put some tape on it, but honestly, I think the tape looks trashy. So just as a quick little fix, so I have this random sticker from Spartan, like a Spartan race or whatever, and it kind of matches the color scheme. So I think it'd be kind of cool just to replace that tape with a neat little sticker. Basically, he said his brother used to own a gym, still had the little tag on it, Ventura County Athletic Club. That's kind of neat. When the gym closed down, he said his brother pretty much just gave him the equipment, and I am not opposed to that whatsoever. My biggest question for you guys is, should I paint this black or should I leave it white? You know, you can see there's a little bit of rust on it here and there. It's nothing crazy, nothing that I'm actually concerned about. So I have a few plates that aren't the same diameter as the majority of my plates, and I figured, you know what, why not throw those particular plates on the leg press itself, since the diameter is too small to deadlift with and they don't match the other plates to do squats or bench with. So why not just put them on the leg press since they're mismatched? I haven't loaded this bar up completely, but I did decide to see how much of a load that it could take, just for kicks and giggles. You know, the average plate is roughly 2 inches, and so if that's the case, it already has 4 plates on it and 2 inches of plate. You know, we have about 8 inches of space left, so technically we might be able to put 4 extra plates on there. As you can see, it does have rollers instead of like a hydraulic system like some of the newer ones. I'm not really concerned about this. It's actually kind of a neat addition. If I wanted to, I could put this sled by itself on the ground and actually do some rope pulls or something like that. Not that I will, just saying that I do have that as an option. And of course, it has a very smooth glide. I'm not disappointed in it whatsoever. I actually am thoroughly impressed with how this leg press turned out. So going back to cost, how much did this actually cost? If you factor in gas, all the equipment that came with it,
it was $1,200. Since I have bought other things in the past, I know roughly what stuff is worth as far as secondhand value. So the Craigslist ad that he had listed up, it really didn't give a lot of details. It was very vague, you know, and even the pictures he sent me weren't very clear. I'll go ahead and flash those up real quick. So I felt like I was taking a gamble on this whole setup, and when I got down there, I was actually thoroughly surprised because he had 490 pounds worth of plates, and they were actually pretty nice. I ended up doing a little bit of a moderate restoration on some of them. I'll flash that up real quick too. I have my phone here, and we're gonna go ahead and do the math. I paid $1,200 for it, and that's including gas, and I have about 1,900 pounds worth of plates, and that's not including bumper plates. The 1,933 pounds worth of plates that I bought in the past cost me $660, which comes out to roughly 34 cents a pound. Since this setup came with 490 pounds, if I went by my normal going rate of 34 cents a pound, that's $167 for all those plates. So let's take the total of $1,200 minus $167. Now let's move on to dumbbells. I made a dumbbell video not too long ago. If you want to watch that, you can click this link right here. Basically, I have 780 pounds worth of dumbbells, and I only paid $210 for them. Now, this setup did come with the old school pro style dumbbells in 17s, 28s, 45s, 65s, and 80s. I will definitely keep the 80s and 65s, maybe the 45s, I'm not sure, but I'll probably end up selling the 17s and the 28s just because I don't really need them. And I say 17 and 28 because, yes, I actually weighed them, and that's how much they weigh. At my normal rate of 780 pounds of dumbbells for $210, that's 26 cents a pound for the dumbbell. The dumbbells that came with this set adds up to be 470 pounds. If we take the normal rate of 26 cents a pound, that's $122 for those dumbbells. So we're going to go ahead and subtract $122. I also have to throw out that the stationary bench that it came with, I ended up selling to a good friend of mine for 20 bucks. So we'll go ahead and take that 20 bucks from the total price as well. Probably could have got more out of that bench, but he was a good friend, and I'm not looking to rip a good friend off. Next, the bench that it came with was actually a really sturdy bench, and I had been in the market for buying a new bench. I had actually looked at Titan Fitness's incline bench. Unfortunately, Titan Fitness's incline bench has 650 pound capacity. Not that I'll ever lift that much on an incline, probably not on a flat either. With that being said, Titan's bench is only $120. So I was looking at spending $120. If you're lucky, you can get a deal. Titan is always having some great deals on their website. However, this bench is a body solid bench, and one of the lowest prices that I could find online was $275. But it does have an 800 pound weight capacity. Once again, I will never need an 800 pound weight capacity on an incline or a flat bench, but it is nice knowing that I have that option. To be frank, I'm probably not going to spend $275 on a weight bench, just out of my budget for what I need. So like I said, I was willing to spend $120 from Titan, so we'll go ahead and subtract $120 from the total price, just to say that's what I would have gave for a bench. As I mentioned, this did come with some various barbells. It came with some bars that I would never buy. I would never buy a 5-foot bench, or I'm sorry, a 5-foot Olympic barbell, but it is kind of nice to have to do some curls with. It came with a curl bar. I already have a curl bar, so it's not like I needed another one, but I have one. And it also came with one of these tricep bars. Not that I ever need one, but now I have one. So Titan lists these bars for $153. I would never pay that for those 3 bars, but I would pay 25 bucks. Roughly. So let's go ahead and subtract 25 bucks from that running total. I don't even know how to price the attachments for the cable machine. I looked at Titan's website and they had some random prices. So I'm just going to go ahead and say 40 bucks for the attachments. I don't know if that's accurate, but we're just going to say that it is and call it good. That also includes the dumbbell rack. Yeah, I love this dumbbell rack. It's pretty nice. I like the way it's set up. They're not too stacked on top of each other. And I don't know how much a dumbbell rack like this would cost, but I have seen dumbbell racks that are made cheaper than this go for over $100. I have paid 25 bucks for a dumbbell rack before. This one's a little bit nicer in my opinion. So we'll just go ahead and say 50 bucks. Now that we've subtracted the prices of the items that I can, without a shadow of a doubt, estimate on their value, let's go ahead and look at what we have left. Leaves us with $656, and that includes the leg press, the cable crossover, and the wall mounted lat pull down machine. So if we take 656 and divide that by 3, that leaves us with $218 per item. I honestly don't know if I'll keep the lat pull down. If I could get 150, 200 bucks out of it, that'd be awesome. Granted, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know anybody that would want it, so that's up in the air. So let's just say for the 3 items, $218, or just the 2 items, the leg press and the cable crossover, and we call the lat pull down a loss. Just those 2 items alone would look at $328 each. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I was pretty close to dropping $600 by itself just on a cable crossover machine, just because it's such a functional piece of equipment, in my opinion, because you get the high pulleys, you get the low pulleys.
You can do seated rows, you can do tricep extensions, you can do the pec flies, you can do lat pull downs, you can do face pulls.
You can do, I mean, the list goes on, right? So it's a pretty versatile piece of equipment. I'm pretty pleased with it, and it has a pull-up bar on it, so that's kind of a win too. So all in all, let's just go ahead and say that I only paid 300 bucks for this leg press. 300 bucks for a leg press is pretty amazing, considering some of the ones that you see online or that you try to order are closer to 1,300 or more. I don't think a leg press is something that you should always be doing for your legs. I think squats are king, and I will never deviate from that statement. However, I do think that in some situations it is ideal that you do a leg press. It's a great accessory movement, especially if you're a bodybuilder. Now, it does have other uses as well, such as the fact that I can store a freak ton of plates on it if need be. As you saw in the video, I did throw in a bunch of random plates that I had just because I can. So all in all, Craigslist has helped me put together a phenomenal gym. I now have more equipment than I can put in my home, and I am either going to have to get a bigger home or find a storage unit to put it all in. So stay tuned, we'll figure that one out soon. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to vote in the comments section. Should we paint it black or should we paint it white?